Hey everybody, it's Brad here from Golden Golf Academy, and today I want to talk to you about hand path and the body sequencing, about how the hand path works and why it works certain ways to produce different shots. So first of all, what I want to talk about is the hand path that I prefer. I prefer to see people learn to draw the golf ball first, because I like to see the inside strike. And I'm going to go into depth and detail about that. The hand path I like to see a hand path when you get to here that starts in from the inside. It just kind of gets down here, so the shoulders hold on the way down a little bit longer. We shift and allows the hands to get down into this area here, so then the whole body can fire through. That's the hand path I like. So I like to see a pattern that is, we turn up and the arms lift into this position here. So and I'm not going to get big on the plane today. Like I said, I don't like to see here and I don't like to see here. I got kind of a window I like to see, which is right around this area. Plane wise, from here, I like to see the body shift into the left as you see my hands start to fall. So if I get to here and I shift left, my hands start to fall and they get into what many people would call the slot. So from here, as I shift left, many people would call this getting into the slot. I call it getting the club back set in the position that's on plane, ready for delivery. Because from here, once I've shifted, now everything can unwind. I can start pushing up with the pelvis, and that stabilizes the face. So it would look something a little bit like this. It would look shift, push up. We can stabilize that face, and that's going to produce a nice little soft draw, as you see there. Now, that's what I like everybody to learn. And then from there, if they want to hold the shot, like if you want to hold that off, you know, at that point in time, you can hold the face more this way. You can push the pelvis more, let the right wrist bend back. And what that's going to do is stabilize the face more. And then we can hold the face longer this way. Then we can hit a shot that doesn't draw as much. So I'm not super loose yet this morning, but it would look a little bit more like this. So now you can see that ball doesn't draw. It tries to fall to the right. Now, I always hit balls inside right. Like there's something, I don't know what it is, but in here, I always line up slightly right indoors. So that's how I like to hit a little hold off, little fade into a green. I don't like getting on top. So the other hand path that you're going to see, that you see some good players play with, is a hand path. When you get to the top, it starts coming out, and that comes out because rotation happens faster. Okay, so again, it's all sequencing. What we're looking for from the top, if this hand path gets this way, we're going to shut the face down more, because we're going to have to hang on to the face on the way through. So we're trying to square it here on the way down. So now once you get out here and the club's trailing the hands this way, you'll see the right elbow get more in front of the body. From this position, you'll see this rotation and then a little bit of a spine tilt this way to get the club going left and hanging on. Now, I don't like that hand path. I tried to play with that hand path for a while, and for me, it was very difficult to control shots where I'm taking distance off. The miss was left. I want to be able to get in here, and I want to be able to take some distance off. Let's see, normally a 6-iron for me goes, when I'm loose and I'm outside and I'm playing, usually a 6-iron goes right at 186. Now inside, I always swing easier inside. So we'll probably see a high 170s carry. Actually, that even less on that one, because I'm not loose yet. But in here, I'll see a high 170s, 180 carry. And outside, I'll see 186 all day long. So when I want to hit, like when I'm wanting to hit a fade, and I'm wanting to take distance off the golf ball, to take distance off the golf ball, I can now shift left from the top. Once I shift and the hands start to fall down here, now I can control my hands and arm speed on how much distance I want to hit it. So like if I want to hit a little soft one, so now I hit even a softer one there, and you're going to see ball speed drop a lot. And that ball is back online, and I'm controlling that. As long as I shift left with that hand path, like hitting softer shots, softer control shots, as long as I shift left, the club will never get ahead of me. I'll never have to worry about hitting it left. So the whole key here, hitting softer ones, is just to make sure that I shift left, so that when I shift, the hands fall down And then from there, I'm in great shape. So again, it's just nice, a nice little shift. And again, these aren't hard swings yet. I mean, these are my normal 7-iron numbers at 120. It's about my 5th swing of the day. Actually, that says 5. So that was my 5th swing of the day here today. So I'm just now starting to get loose. Again, you can see attack angle 3.7 ahead. I'm 4.8 down, even though I'm hitting a draw. I can still be that much down and hit a draw if my pattern is correct. And like I said, and that's the reason I don't like this pattern getting out this way. So sequencing being a rotation first as we shift. So if we rotate and shift at the same time, that kicks this right hip out and it gets in the way of the hands. So now the hands have to get down and they get across. So when I'm teaching golf, I talk to people and I say, look, we have 2 things happen on the backswing. We have a turn and an arm lift, because this is a turn. This is a straight turn right here, right? Okay, straight turn. There's no power there. If I hit a golf ball that way, just straight turn, there's no power there, you know? I have 64 mile-an-hour club head speed there, so absolutely no power there, okay? So we have, not only do we have a turn in the backswing, but we have an arm lift, okay? So we turn and we lift the arms. Now, we now have to get the hands, because the hands lift with the arms, we now have to get back down to the golf ball. We have to sink the hands back up, but we have a sequencing, right? So we have to go shift left so that the hands get back down, right? So now they're down, okay? If we get here and we rotate first, now they're out. Now again, right leg, right knee in the way, the hands are pushed out. There's only one way I can go. Now I've got to try to get them down, okay? Now you can see what that does on attack angle. That makes attack angle steeper, and it makes last second trying to get the hands down and square. So you have really little time in this window right before hitting the golf ball to try to square the club. Where I like with sequencing, as we shift, now the hands are already down. Now we have this long window here, this very long window to square the club from here to here. So we have a lot of time. It doesn't feel like we're rushing to square it at the bottom. So that is why I teach this sequencing. Once the arms and hands are lifted, we've turned back, I teach shift to the left. So the shoulders haven't opened yet. See, we shift left without the shoulders opening. And once that happens, now we can start pushing up with the pelvis. So it's really simple. When we're doing this, it's up to the top, shift, and a pelvis push. Just like that. So that's all you need to swing the golf club. That's the sequencing, because your hands and arms will react. And I don't like having to think about what my hands and arms and club face are doing, because once I sequence this way and my right elbow gets on my shirt seam, you're going to see my hands get back down closer to where I started. So if I start here, I shift left, this elbow's on my shirt seam, look at where my hands are at. See, my shoulders are still pointing back towards you. Now from here, if I push the pelvis, everything's going to work together. That's the sequencing that I like hitting a golf ball. That's a sequencing that provides consistent power and accuracy. So obviously that last one's pretty good. Like I said, in here, I'm always going to hit a ball that starts slightly right. And I'm not making hard swings this morning. I'm just trying to get loose. I mean, that is my 7th swing of the day. And for those of you who are newer to the game and are looking for a warm-up routine, start with a short club. Start with a wedge. Hit small shots with a wedge. Loosen the body up. Don't get to the range and just grab driver and start flailing away, because your body needs to warm up. It needs to create these speeds to hit the ball farther. You need to get the muscles ready and warm. That's why the guys on tour go to a workout trailer ahead of time. They don't just jump out there and go full swing driver, send when they get to the range. That's a good way to hurt yourself. So I just want to thank you guys for watching here on my hand path video. So hopefully it helps you understand how to control the golf ball, what you're doing. Again, always ask questions. Leave questions in the comments. Let me know what you would like to see, like things you guys are looking for, because I don't know how to answer questions or what topics to cover without you guys giving us information, giving me information on what you're looking to see. But this is something I feel like is vital for most people to understand, because if you can understand your hand path and what it's supposed to be doing throughout the swing, you're going to understand the sequencing to make your hands do that. Because as I explained, you're either going to have a rotation from the top, and you can see my hand move out, or you're going to have a shift from the top. You can see my hand have time to go down. And it's one or the other. You can't be in between. You're going to go one way or the other. So again, if you have questions, post them in the comments. We're happy to help, and we want to see you playing better golf in 2025. Thanks for watching.